Recently, we did a video showing what active dying looked like, and I mentioned how the patient wasn't in pain or distress, and if she was, the staff would know about it. But I didn't mention how they would know, so sorry about that, that was my bad. So in this video, we will be looking at real footage of what terminal agitation looks like so you can know the difference. Before we begin, we post death and dying related videos every Friday, so if that sounds like your kind of thing, consider subscribing to the channel. Now let's talk terminal agitation. Warning, for educational purposes, this video contains real footage of real people actively dying and in distress. These clips have been made publicly available by the families for educational use. So general agitation in a patient can come about from many things. Side effects from treatment or medication, mental health issues, emotional upheaval. But terminal agitation is usually caused by metabolic failure, meaning the kidneys, the liver and other organs begin to fail near end of life. And the physiological issues that these events cause can interfere with the brain's functioning and result in delirium, restlessness and agitation. Additionally, when the heart and lungs begin to fail, the brain begins to receive less oxygen, which in turn can make terminal restlessness and agitation more pronounced. This is why it is natural. It is part of the shutdown process that a body goes through. So keep that in mind as we take a look at these clips and then we'll discuss.
Been going on for 3 hours. Moving of the feet. As you can see here, it's a pillowcase that he stuffed in his shorts. And picking out the sheets, which is constant. Constant moving of the legs that go over the bars, sometimes up the wall.
So this kicking around in bed, unable to get comfortable, is sort of the classic terminal agitation. This reaction is similar to a newborn when they get uncomfortable and kick and move about, but they don't know what it is that is making them uncomfortable. In this case, it could be that the gentleman is constipated or overstimulated by the lights or noise. It may be that the sheets are irritating him. They may be wrapped around him and he can't find a way to get comfortable or get out of it. So a lot like a newborn, it could be anything. It could be the smallest thing. So you have to go through everything. Try turning off the lights. No, that wasn't it. Try untangling them from the sheets. No, that wasn't it. So you try something else. But often it's not possible to find exactly what is setting them off. And it may not be a physical thing, so medication of some kind is often your best bet. Okay, next clip. So again, a patient who is agitated, likely because she needed to clear her throat, which she does. This is likely from terminal secretions, like we said in our last video, but she may also have a bit of reflux and sitting up can help relieve that. She's not necessarily suffering, and she certainly doesn't appear to be in pain, but she is agitated. Something is causing her annoyance. Now, if she only does this once, it's not really any cause to be concerned about. She doesn't need medication. But if it keeps happening, then we need to address that with some sort of medication. Okay, next clip. So this woman was very agitated in her clothing, so her family helped take them off and covered her with a towel, which made her less agitated. But there's definitely still something going on here. So you saw there that she was mumbling something. It's quite common for those who are actively dying to mutter something, and their family often get concerned that they can't understand them and maybe they're missing something. This is a possibility, but it's also just as likely that they're in their own little world, and this is similar to sleep talking. This would still be classed as terminal agitation, but not necessarily in a physical way like we saw in the other clips. And what you do about it depends on how long it's been going on for. Terminal agitation is extremely common and it doesn't usually hang around all that long. It usually comes in waves rather than getting worse and worse. Like we saw in those clips, they are not able to tell you what's wrong, so you need to work along with the nursing staff to work that out. But it's not always cause for alarm, and it is part of the shutdown process. And if you compare these clips with the ones in our last video, you'll see the difference. Yes, the lady in the last video was breathing unusually, but she was calm and relaxed. Where in these clips, they're very obviously not relaxed. Let us know in the comments if you were able to see the difference. And if you want to discuss this more with us from a personal or educational point of view, please book in an online consultation with us and we can help you go through it. And with that, go talk death.